Greetings everyone, welcome back. Okay, so for today I'm gonna have a best out of one. It's a show match that was played on the Chinese servers, and I'm hoping for it to be an interesting one. I don't go that often to check on the Chinese replays, but this one, I'm just curious about it. I want to sit down and take a look at it because of the players involved on the matchup. Spawning here on this top right position, we're gonna have this red Terran. That Chinese name translated to English means loner. It's WEGIGALoner, and well, the guy is one of the top Chinese Terrans and one of the few Chinese that actually had the chance to go to Korea and play there on the GSL, and he got qualified. He played there on the Code. He wasn't like the best ever, had like a couple of wins over some of his Korean pro opponents, and I'm pretty sure he wished to have more and be more successful, but still, he is one of the solid players from the Chinese side of the community, and now he's back in China playing again. But on this specific matchup, he's going to be battling against this blue Zerg that is spawning here on this bottom left position, and this guy is FOXMoon. I'm pretty sure most of you guys recognize that name. He's a Warcraft 3 legend. Back in the days had the nickname the Fifth Race because of the style he played with his Night Elves. It was so different from everything else that people felt like he was playing a completely different race from the ones available on the game. And well, he's one of the few that actually did a ton of money back on the days of Warcraft 3, and now he's trying to rise to the occasion and show us the best style possible here on Starcraft 2. He already had some good results, but needs more wins, needs more visibility. Still, Loner versus Moon is quite an intense matchup, at least I'm hoping for it to be, and based on the quality of the players obviously. And I'm gonna start following up what they're going for. As you can see here on Moon side, he went hatch first, while on Loner side he's trying to finish his wall off. On the back he's just finished his refinery, he's gonna start stacking up some gas, and seems like he's just gonna attempt to wrap up this wall so he doesn't allow a lot of scouting for Moon. Still, Moon was able to enter with his drone, while here on his side he's sending the SCV. Loner passed by that natural expo without checking it out, but he'll be able to check it soon enough, and even by the timing here of the spawning pool and the fact that he doesn't see any gas getting picked up, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go here and spot it right away. There it is. So now he has a decision to make. Keep in mind that we're here on Xel'Naga Caverns, and one good option is to go for 2 racks play, apply early pressure, try to be aggressive on the early stages of the game, and break in Moon. Why? Well, this natural exfil here is kind of complicated to defend, not the easiest ever. Oh, that drone gonna get shot, yeah. He was trying to hide it on the back of the base, but no chance. And like I was saying, it's hard to defend that natural expo. It's quite wide open, it's very hard to contain aggression, and because his opponent went first for the economy and the hatch first, it will take a little while for him to get a little bit of defense, a proper defense, to contain any kind of early marine push aggression. Doesn't seem like that Loner is gonna head that way. He's gonna go instead from barracks into factory, getting the reactor already attached, so seems like we might be seeing a lot of Hellion playing coming with the switch here between the factory and the barracks, and just pump out Hellions 2 by 2, and on the back of that aggression, seems like he's planning to expand. The command center is getting started there, so a fast expand on the back of Aras. He's gonna need to get rid of all of these Zerglings, obviously. And meanwhile here on the Moon side, let's see what he's doing. For now he's just droning up as fast as possible, trying to start his Zergling speed now, the metabolic boost, and he's gonna find out that this place is completely firm, tight, shut, and he won't be able to enter with the Zerglings. He needs to keep climbing up that ramp occasionally to take a look, see if anything changed on the wall, but for now there's not much for him to do. Let me see if he was able to spot that expo there on the back. No way, his vision didn't reach there. And meanwhile on the back of the base now we have the racks with the tech lab attached and the first couple of Hellions coming out. So this is gonna be quick. We're gonna have the Hellions just going back and forth into this natural expo, trying to roast as much as possible of that mineral line and Zergling force that Moon has been stacking up. For now it's only 2 Hellions, so this might not be the amount of damage that Loner wants right away, but seems like he's making a couple more and heading them south. So let's see which way he's heading. Seems like he's gonna go straight to this mineral line on the natural expo. Very wide open place, hard to defend, and very easy for fast units like Hellions to get in and out quickly. For now I think they're gonna join up with these other 2 Hellions and try to advance once more. So incoming the second wave of aggression with the barbecue Hellions trying to reach that mineral line with 4 Hellions. Even without that blue flame, he'll be able to provide a lot of damage there. Oh, one of the Hellions surrounded by the Zerglings, well intercepted there. Workers getting pulled out of the mineral line by Moon and defending this aggression, killing already 3 of the Hellions, so very well defended there, with the Zerglings now on hot pursuit, already with metabolic boost kicking in, so I think they might be able to reach this Hellion and they're gonna finish up this aggression. Now, the question is, the intention from Loner was to expand on the back of this aggression, but the aggression is over, and as you can see, he had a small Zergling there, so he was keeping tabs, taking notes on the moment that this orbital command would be coming out. So incoming all of those Zerglings, and I don't think they're going to allow this orbital command even to land. They're just trying to position themselves under the orbital command and forcing Loner to withdraw once more and delay the expansion that he intended on having on the Natural Expo. This is going to be troublesome for his economy. As you can see at the moment, it's still quite balanced, but he's pretty much saturated on his mineral line on the main base and needs to expand sometime soon. For now, he's just hanging there. He's going to try to benefit from the energy and pumping out more SCVs, as you can see, while on Moon side, he's expanding even more and taking care of these rocks here to expand for this third. Well, it was supposed to be his third, but he actually grabbed his third on this position here, on this middle left position, and probably going to try to make this a hidden base, a secret base, to make sure that his opponent won't be able to notice on how many bases he'll be in for a little while. And incoming the forces from Loner, coming down that ramp, trying to make sure that this time the command center will be landed and we'll have defenses to just withhold against any kind of aggression by these Zerglings that keep running back and forth. As you can see, we do have Moon just spreading Zerglings all over the place, checking everything, hiding them on several different spots. This corridor has like 4, then on the front, on the main axis to the Natural Expo, from Loner you have a bunch more. Let's see how many, 3, 6, 7, 8 Zerglings more. So he's basically trying to contain the advance, sending a single Zergling, shall I call it guinea pig instead, because that guy was just gone there for the suicide mission, for the kill, and spotting how many Marines and the unit composition that that Loner had, and now just trying to mass up a big wave of Zerglings. Seems like he's committed to this Zergling play, and at the same time he's trying to evolve on his economy. There's 3 base play already. Let's take a look at the unit composition. Incoming the Zerglings, trying to get a surround on that siege tank. No way. Trying to advance once more, but there's no chance. There's way too many units there, and now even getting some static positions here, some bunkers to reinforce the positioning here on the front of the Natural Expo and being able to defend it easier. But there's a trouble here, there's a problem here. Meanwhile, as you can see, Moon is just macroing like a beast, already playing out of 3 bases. He's been clearing the rocks here, they're already clear finally, and Loner though is trying to get a starport on this corner to contain any advance, any surprise attack from this corner. The fact is, his opponent feels to be or seems to be ahead. As you can see on the economy, there's a big gap there on the harvester count, and it shows on the economy. On the tech, he's on lair tech already, getting the infestation pit now. There's already Evo Chamber and Baneling's Nest, so he has plenty of tech options to go and defend against this kind of unit composition. As you can see, quite heavy on the Marine force. 21 Banelings, 22 Zerglings against 39 Marines and 3 siege tanks, and seems like that Loner decided to go there and check if he already expanded to his 3rd base and got into a surprising situation. I mean, there's no 3rd base by now. I'm pretty sure he must be wondering where his 3rd base is or why isn't he expanding more. But the fact is that he might be in for some troubles here. There's a lot of forces messing up there on the north side, north position of this Natural Expo, and now incoming Banelings, Zerglings, and seems like he's sending a big wave all the way to flank and catch all these forces on the back. They're gonna catch them behind. They're not gonna be able to come out of here. This is gonna be a multi-pronged attack, pinning all these forces, and it's going to be able to finish off this aggression so easily. Look at the amount of forces that are here waiting, and here they come, advancing towards this Natural Expo. One of the siege tanks reacting and blasting away, forcing Moon to pull back once more, but there's not much remaining of these Marines. They're being steamed to the bone, and here he comes, big aggression here with a lot of Banelings and Zerglings surrounding all the forces, and ooh, there's nothing left of Loner's forces. Massive destruction here. Banelings and Zerglings just wrapping it up, cleaning all the forces from Loner, and now it's time for Loner to get back into his macro game, rebuild his army, because he doesn't have much at the moment, I would say. As you can see on the supply, there's a big gap there. with the Zerg player, with Moon leading the charge. Oh, this SCV is gonna spot it. Did the SCV spot it? I need to take a look at it. Did he saw the creep? No, he wasn't able to spot it, but he might have a feeling that there's something there because he got intercepted when he was heading that way. And meanwhile, we do have Loner. He doesn't want to fall behind. He's gonna go for his third on the rich mineral field. This is gonna be tremendously beneficial for his economy. As you might imagine, he just drops all the mules on this position and drains this gold mineral fields, this rich mineral fields right away, instantly. Also keep in mind that Moon has been playing very well on his scouting. He left a little Zergling there that got killed, but was able to spot the forces from Loner advancing. And meanwhile, inside Loner's bases, as you can see, have here 3 barracks, a single factory pumping out a lot of siege tanks, and also here on the main base, more racks, engineering bay there on the back, trying to get some upgrades rolling, and more factories here on the front line. I think you're going to have a big advance here once more with a lot of Zerglings and Banelings backed up by Infestors, advancing here towards this third base. They're going to try to finish off the aggression here. Oh, big detonations on top of those Marines, and now focusing his Banelings on the SCV count. Oh, he destroyed so many SCVs on this move, and seems like he's just playing guerrilla tactics because he decided to withdraw, pull back after he destroyed all of those workers. 12 against 9. I'm actually surprised. I thought he would be destroying more. Still throwing a big hit there on the worker count and forcing Loner to send more and more here. But now he has the planetary fortress ready. He's going to be able to blast any Zergling wave trying to advance, and I don't think that it will be easier from now on for FOXMoon to just advance there and try to destroy that position, that armored position that Loner established on the rich mineral field. As you can see, we do have Loner trying to advance slowly, progressing here to the middle of the map, and at the same time keeping his forces on the front line, defending now this forward position that is kind of hard to defend. It's quite wide open, but if he's able to stabilize his economy here, he'll be able to profit tons. As you might imagine, his economy is just gonna boom, and as you can see, he is booming, though he has less workers. And meanwhile, we're gonna have a drop, a medevac loaded with Marines, going here for this was supposed to be the third base. It's actually the fourth from Moon, with a lot of Marines dropping here. Moon sending his Zerglings. Oh, nice fungal growth. Oh, and blasted it away with a Baneling. But like I was saying, he was trying to make some small skirmishes work now, with a lot of drops going back and forth. As you can see, he is now trying to poke and prod on the fourth and third base from Moon, and now Moon being forced to start running all of his units to intercept all of these small skirmishes. This drop play by the Terran player is always quite annoying. It taxes your concentration, your focus, and your ability to micro and macro at the same time quite a lot. But seems like he was able to thwart the aggression. There's a single medevac hanging there, and meanwhile we do have the forces from Loner. Oh, massive again. Huge fungal growth there. Again, was able to intercept the bio forces, and now the siege tanks might be easy to destroy. He's throwing some infested Terrans to shoot down the mech forces and the remainings of this bio force that basically is getting fungal growthed all the way, and there's not much left of them when they actually are able to reach the forces, the entrances to the bases from Moon. Notice the medevacs just keep working 24/7. The stims are just taxing those Marines quite a lot on the HP, and there's not much left of the forces that were trying to advance here once more. But apparently we do have Loner just restless. He's relentless on trying to advance to this left position, sending more and more forces, but kind of like he's trickling them down, so meaning that he doesn't have a big bulk to finish off this huge infested force. Look at them, with the infested Terrans and the fungal growth. They've been wrecking everything that Loner throws on this position, and at the same time he's just keeping the economy safe, now getting some static defenses established there, and now the economy turning the table on favor of Loner. Keep in mind that, sorry, on favor of Moon, and keep in mind that Loner is playing out of this 3-base play for quite a long time. This mineral line not bad at all, but the one on the main base is completely exhausted. So it's time for him to progress once more. I think he should consider his options and try to pick up the next expo. But again, another battle ensuing here, with infestors throwing a million infested Terrans and also going for those fungal growth. And now beautiful play with those with the burrow, trying to attack and escape without getting harmed, but That scan on top was able to destroy several of those infestors, and now it's time for FOXMoon to replenish his army, but seems like he's heading a complete different way. We have a bit of a RAS here with the siege tank, and inside the base, as you can see, whoa, 2 infestation pits, but an Ultralisk cavern as well. So he's gonna go into ultra play. Not sure if that's the best. I do know that Corruptors with Infestors and Broodlords is pretty cool, but I mean, he's not heading that way at all. And again, another Insurgents here with a small incursion, again by Loner, entering this third base, supposed to be the fourth, from Moon, and just inching its way towards the range that will allow him to start destroying that mineral line, and at the same time finish the economy, finishing the profit that the Moon is taking out of this base. At the same time, as you can see on the picture-in-picture screen, we do have a drop ensuing on the opposite side, on the 5th base from Moon. There's a drop ensuing there. It's more harass, so multi-pronged attacks here by Loner, trying to finish off the forces and deny the economy, deny the expansions to Moon, so we can just dry him out, just starve him out of his minerals and gas, and stop him from reproducing and replenishing his army this quickly. And here he comes, Ultralisks, backed up by Infestors, just wreaking havoc and destroying that Bioforce so quickly. There's basically nothing left in like 5-10 seconds. So quite aggressive. Meanwhile, the drop here ensues. As you can see, we do have those Marines, just a couple of them at the moment, 3, trying to focus fire on some of the buildings on this expo. Was able to deny the production here. As you can see, Moon was forced to take all of the workers from the mineral line, and now finally sending some Zerglings, popped some Zerglings and getting more static defenses there, with the remainings, only the Medivac on this third base from Moon also getting denied, and more static defenses getting landed there. So seems like we're gonna be having an interesting incursion here. Again, Loner going this time for the 5th base on the far right of the map, and again intercepted with Infestors and Zerglings. My god, Moon is just completely on top of his game, defending all of this brilliantly, and seems like now he's gonna advance with this small group here to the rich mineral field, and a big Zergling wave advancing to this natural expo, and they're gonna be able to wreak havoc here, destroy everything. Oh, it was lifted, it was open, so they're gonna be able to just go everywhere and start killing all of these worker forces, and at the same time destroy the production buildings, cancelling any kind of production, and also cancelling any kind of income that Loner was taking from these 2 bases. So now he's kind of stuck on that 2-base play. Though these bases were fairly close to exhausted, the fact is that not being able to work out of them properly is gonna be a big hit onto Loner's plans. Loner advancing here with this Marauder siege tank unit composition with some Marines there in the middle, trying to finish off this assault that Moon was able to apply onto his main base in Natural Expo. And notice him just bearing the Zerglings, not allowing him to finish them off, and they will be able to assault later on by just leaving there if no scan happens anytime soon. At the same time, Loner, as we all seen on the minimap, expanded again to grab this 4th base, trying to keep his economy rolling. At the moment we have just Moon going way ahead, and incoming all of the Zerglings, trying to finish off that force there on the main base, but no, not possible. And like I was saying, on this 4th base, this is basically keeping a Loner alive and kicking, but his economy is hurting so much, and at the same time we have a million Ultralisks advancing here towards the rich mineral field from Loner once more. Moon just going completely bonkers on Ultralisks. Look at the amount, with 4-3 upgrades, nice fungal growth right on top of those bioforces. That will be able to help out the Ultralisks grind down these forces. There's not much left of the Ultralisk force. He's gonna withdraw, he's gonna retreat, I'm sorry, and Loner was able to resist this aggression, but for how long, I'm not sure. Thor plane coming, he's sending some Thors to face against the forces from Moon. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to withstand the numbers that I see coming out from Moon side. Let's take a look. 3 Ultras for now, 1 Infestor and 23 Zerglings, but he's replenishing his army with 8 more Ultras, and this is going to translate into a big, massive aggressive wave that is going to head towards Loner's bases, and I don't think he's going to have enough to defend. Let's take a look here, compare the armies. As you can see, on the supply there's a big difference there, and on the armies, 6 Ultras, 23 Zerglings, 6 Banelings at the moment, and then we have 2 Thors, 22 Marines and 9 siege tanks, with some Vikings there as well. They haven't been having much use, but okay, it's something that Loner decided to go for, and also 7 Marauders. on the supply. Completely maxed out Moon. It's time to advance. I think he's messing up. I see this huge blue blob here. Yeah, he's massing his units, getting ready to advance, backing it up with a couple of infestors, it seems, so he can just make good use of that fungal growth to contain those units and not allow them to move freely while grinding them down at the same time. Single Viking heading here. I mean, there's not much for that Viking to make at the moment. And here he comes, the forces from Moon again, trying to get a nice advancement, a nice move, this time on the right side, the right corridor that gives access to that rich mineral field, but seems like they're going to move again all the way to the left, and these flanking maneuvers are probably driving Loner mad because he's not exactly sure where should he just land his forces. Some Baneling mines there just underground waiting for some forces to pass, attempting to destroy that third base from Moon. And here he comes, a lot of Ultralisks advancing into this fourth base from Loner, and look at them how fast they go through that planetary fortress, and now heading back because the forces, oh, we're gonna have a massive clash ensuing here. The forces from Loner trying to make a last-ditch effort here against the big forces from Moon. Moon sending all of his ultras up that ramp, but they got intercepted. They're gonna get killed. They're gonna get turned into minced meat. And as you can see, he was able again to defend against this massive aggression, but seems like there might be a second wave of assault with the remaining forces from Moon going back into this fourth base once more. There was a massive Baneling mine there, as you guys could see on the pip, and now he's advancing towards his fourth base once more. He's been attempting to put this base down for so long. He got to the point where the mineral line is almost exhausted, and he still wasn't able to shoot it down, and there it is. Finally finished it off, and bye-bye base. This is going to be a nice hit on the economy, but look at the difference. Oh my god. 17 workers for Loner, 82, and look at this two blue massive blobs advancing. Here they come. I'm gonna take the HP bars. I'm sorry, this is way too much to be able to follow properly. And here it comes, all the forces from Moon blasting away with so many Banelings, just covering everything in green acid, and there's not much left of the forces from Moon, with him getting forced to GG, with Loner getting forced to GG, I'm sorry, not Moon. And basically this was just a huge push, tremendous tsunami of Zerg units, and there was nothing left for him to do besides just leaving the game, tap out, and go for that famous exactly. So, whoa, pretty long game. Damn, I'm feeling tired. I hope I didn't mess up much on the commentary. Whew, you get to a point where you're just not even saying anything that makes sense anymore. Hope that's not going to be the case. But yeah, as you guys can see, Moon was able to completely crush Loner on the fairly long game, and that push, that assault that Moon was able to make inside here, the main base, and on the Natural Expo, was probably the beginning of the end for Loner. He didn't have much else after that. It just, his worker count got a really big hit. His economy was just depending on these two bases, and well, the works were constantly being harassed and interrupted. So his economy was just basically too weak for him to be able to replenish on the same level, at the same rate as his opponent, as Moon. And I'm actually interesting, look at this, two infestation pits. Kind of an interesting maneuver there by Moon, I guess. I'm not sure if it was a mistake or if he was just in a hurry to get all the upgrades rolling, but I didn't saw any neural parasite around, so not sure exactly what the plan was. What I do know is that he macroed like a beast and he played like a Zerg. Look at this, he had like half the map taken for himself, so his economy was solid enough for him to keep pumping more and more ultras, and well, Loner had to tap out the moment he lost this base here, the rich mineral field. Game done. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, okay? See you all later, have fun.